name's Kayleen. I've been a secondary teacher for 28 years. 27 of those has been in the South Burnett, so I have a fair commitment to what's happening in our community and trying to grow youth in our community, because I've been a secondary teacher for that time. So where I've come from. Yeah, I am a passionate advocate for youth and especially young girls. I was a year coordinator for probably about 8 years, and I just saw that there was a great hole in, I suppose, a real need for young women to actually feel inspired about where they're possibly going, and really to develop some resilient skills to actually be able to survive in the whole world now. I mean, that's the big thing that we're dealing with, is youth need to build those resilient skills. So after being a year coordinator, I started to develop a program just for girls, and we run that at our school and have run it for the last 8 years with in conjunction with a company called Enlightened Education. So it's Storm from Enlightened Education. She's been a great advocate and supporter of, I suppose, the goals that I've actually had. And this year has been the second year we've actually rolled it out across the whole of the South Burnett. So all Year 9 girls this week, finalising today, have been exposed to Storm and what she runs. Suppose I've been involved with a couple of different organisations too, which have been extremely supportive in my goals, and I think I just couldn't do what I do if I didn't have those support networks around me. And some of those organisations is an organisation called QREN. It's Queensland Rural and Remote Women's Network. They've been extremely supportive in me trying to get a number of my programs that I want to do off the ground. And another one is Red Earth. It's a community organisation, and those people are from diverse walks of life throughout our community. And it's been really wonderful for me to actually be exposed to those different networks, and yeah, and they've helped me with some funding programs and just really leadership where I can actually take on my role, take it into the school and actually allow the girls to actually grow from that too.
What
so
you
those
do just doesn't happen on your own.
Oh no.
It's a large network of people.
Yes, absolutely. And as I said earlier, the one about with Enlightened Education, they've been a great support to our programs. And a couple of years ago, I was very fortunate to get funding from local organisations here that I could take a group of South Burnett girls away to a state conference. And from that, it was one on Women Inspiring Women. So there they were actually getting mentors as well. So, you know, just local organisations around here have supported me in my ideas. So I think that's been wonderful. And very appreciative, and we've actually this year with the QREN I was talking about before, we're actually running our state conference here in Kingaroy here in September, 13th to 15th of September, and I would really love to take a group of young women from the South Burnett to one or two of the different events that are happening that day. So I'm on the look for some funding, but you know, I think we really need to get behind this year and actually take our young women, potential leaders in our community, along to this. No, not really. It just comes down to, I suppose, the whole idea of just being fairly determined. I think it's a more personality thing. Fairly determined, you need to be able to diversify and be able to get your hands dirty too, I think. This idea of thinking that you can't get out there and work for it just doesn't happen. I may have been told by my mother, of all people, which is a great thing, I love her very much, but she said to me when I had young children that you just have to be careful with your commitment to what you were doing and don't take on too much. But I think in this day and age, if you've got a very supportive partner, I think women who want to go ahead and become successful in their careers or whatever their passion is, they can be successful. I think, yes, it has. I think if I had to turn back the clock at the beginning of my career, I'd probably look at it and go, well, you know, probably there were particular opportunities that I could have grabbed when I was younger in my career, and be interesting to see really where that would change the direction of my life. So for probably young women starting out careers, I just think, you know, look, if an opportunity comes knocking at your door, give it a go, see what direction it takes you in, and you know, like it's a journey. And I suppose,
did you knock back a couple of opportunities?
Probably yes, because of other commitments I suppose that I've got in juggling the role of like working mother. You know, I think that sometimes that can inhibit you. Depending on timing. It may not be just being mum, it could be just a circumstance where someone else is relying on you. I think that would have probably slowed me down at times. But just make sure you grab an opportunity and just run with it. I think about that one. I think for me it would be a young male who may be entering a relationship with a fairly determined and successful woman. And I think that for me is really important, because I think sometimes, and just like even talking to my colleagues when we've been doing all this thing with International Women's Week, sometimes they feel a bit threatened by the fact that women are, maybe trying to take over the world, and that's not true. The whole idea is we want to work together and be involved together, and just it's the equality stuff. It really is the equality. So, a young male that might be entering a relationship who might feel threatened or intimidated by a successful woman, don't think like that. Grab a hand and walk with her and go together in the same direction, and hopefully that, you can both learn from one another. I think don't doubt yourself, because doubt really is the thing that kills dreams, really. It's not failure, it's that doubt in yourself. You just, if you just go for it and just see where it takes you, because if you never attempt anything, you're going to fail because you've never started. So, and I think, that would be my one bit of advice, and just make sure that you surround yourself with supportive people. Supportive people are going to make you feel confident, and actually try jobs that actually you enjoy and you feel that you're good at. I think that's a really important one. Just kind of take the journey, see where it takes you, but never give up on hope. That there's something out there for you. And so from an 11-year-old, that would be the advice. Put that doubt to the side, stick it in a box, and leave it there, and just move forward.
Kayleen Freeman, thanks for being on the Martyr Review.
Thank you. My name's Kayleen Freeman. I'm an advocate for young women, and this is the Martyr Review.